That is probably the thickest book I've ever seen. It says Encyclopedia Fantastica here. Fantastic knowledge in just one volume. The strange thing is that most of the pages are completely blank. I mean, our world isn't that uninteresting. Incredible! Now I have the glasses on. The pages are filled from top to bottom with fine script. Without the glasses, the pages appear totally empty. So the glasses are as useful as they are cool. What should I look for? Let's see what we can find. Sauron, Semolina, Shysta, Sordia, an island located in the Silent Sea, probably named after a long-forgotten sorcerer. That's all it says. No information as to where the island actually is. Pretty skimpy. I found him less charming than I'd expected. Probably important leaders don't have time to be polite. Adelaide of Sad Hills, Alabaster Processing, Alistair the Shrink, Alistair the Third of High... here we are. Alistair Mordred Michael Mechdild, Archmage. Blah blah, born the second of 4 children, brother Marku, blah blah, Mage Academy, summa cum laude, Order of Merlin, first class, level 99 Archmage, blah blah, work on sheep, metamorphosis, owner of some of the world's most powerful magical artifacts, blah blah, head of the Alliance Secret Service, advisor to the king, blah blah. Strange? Why does it always say blah blah? You'd think the authors would take more care with the entry for someone that important. Okay, it was worth a try. There's something on top of that cabinet. Some papers of some sort. Maps, maybe. That's too high, I can't reach.
There are several large pieces of paper on top of the bookcase. Could possibly be maps. No problem. That looks like a tactical map to me. There are troop movements marked on it. Presumably that was years ago. One of the maps is a rough copy of the map on the wall. I can use it to mark where the island is situated, but we'll have to locate it first. A large map of the country with dozens of towns, villages and settlements. Oh, that wasn't there in the past. Haven't got a clue where this island of Sordia lies. Perhaps there's a hint in the Gremlin's book. Come on, Wilbur. Let's have a look at what the book tells us about Sordia's location. Okay, now, what do we have here? A story about a magician and his sheep.
Oh, a story about mages, with pictures.
You won't like this story, believe me. Here. This is the travel log of a fairy explorer. In it, he describes how he landed on an island. He sketched the temple ruins.
And the professor believes that the artifact is in this temple on the island of Sordia.
Exactly. The fairy explorer described his route very precisely.
Never heard of it.
Me neither. We have to find it. Now then, Krunpak. I will find you eventually.
I don't believe this. I just can't find the place.
Me neither. It isn't on the map.
But why would this fairy explorer describe a place that doesn't exist? Or did it once exist but is now abandoned?
That's it.
Krunpak is the name of the place in the Shades language. When the fairy explorer was there, it was a shade town. But this map is new, so it'll have the human name of the town.
So we have to find out what the town of Krunpak used to be called?
Exactly.
Okay. What should I look for? Alright, I just hope the encyclopedia is more up-to-date than the map. Kedguri, Kayak, Kedguri, Kismet, Crunabel the Terrible, Crunpak. Crunpak, once known as Redstonbury, is a town in the Southern Heath, known mainly for its salt mining and the blah blah blah. Redstonbury, this is it. So, Redstonbury, where are you?
That isn't Redstonbury.
Oops.
That isn't Redstonbury.
Oops. There it is. Redstonbury.
Excellent. From there, we have to follow the footsteps of the fairy explorer. There are 7 steps in total. I'll read them out, and you look where it takes us, okay? Good. We're in Redstonbury. The first point is 2 days' march north to the foot of the mountains. Where's that? Mark the place. Okay, from there, 1 day's march eastwards. The place has to be somewhere on a large plain. Next step, go northeastwards until you reach the road. You got it? Follow the road in a northerly direction until you reach a river. The next marker goes where the road meets the river. Follow the river to its mouth. That's good. Now head south. Follow down the coast until you reach a large bay. East of the bay there should be islands. Mark the bay. Okay, from there head northeast. It's the second island along. You got it?
That must be the Isle of Sordia right there.
The fairy's journey to the island was a little strange, but I do believe that you're right. Let's mark the island on a small map.
So, now we've found the island, all we need is some transportation.
And that is floating outside.
You got it. Got it.
Hello, human.
Hello, my lovely.
Why have you been captured? What do you stand accused of?
I'd like to know that too. I'm a harmless adventurer.
Exactly. It's just some dumb coincidence that most of your adventures happen to be illegal, right?
If you're involved with illegal activities, then you should be punished.
Well, he will be now.
I don't think anybody deserves what's about to happen to me.
What? Has the prospect of torture finally shook your fat gob?
I just think that nobody deserves spending 3 days alone with you on an airship, that's all.
I've had enough. Farewell.
You'll be back. They all come back.
Orcs are tough, strong, and aggressive. That one there looks fit. I don't know if I could eliminate her. If at all, it would be with speed. Or with brains.
I've never seen a creature like that before. It's similar to the demon from the inn. Maybe it's just an animal.
Hello, Orc.
What do you want, elf?
I need the human for a few days. Will you lend him to me?
No. I'm carrying out a task and I'll fulfill it.
Then I'll take him.
If you can get past me.
Meow!
Shut it, Nate.
There's never a mud wrestling pit when you need it most.
Do you really think that you have a ghost of a chance against Mazaz?
Who are you?
I am Mazaz.
Is that a strapping master swordsman that you've got locked up there? I need him.
Hey, marry me, elf.
I want that human, and I'll have him before sundown.
Ooh, elfie.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to achieve that, elf.
How about this little competition? Elf against orc. It'll be a classic.
As long as it's not going to be about who can best howl at the moon by a swamp, then the result is a given.
What about dental care, general education, or thunderous thighs?
Shut it, Nate. So, what do you suggest?
You think that you're strong, so how about a bit of arm wrestling?
You are joking, aren't you? An elf beating an orc warrior at arm wrestling? Never!
So, are you willing to give it a shot?
Of course. Why not? Come here. Okay, let's do it. Hey, elf. I said let's do it. Let me know when you're ready. Shall we warm up? Right. I'm ready. Shall we start?
Huh.
What's the matter? Fed up already?
Here, Ivo, a power elixir. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. I just have to be careful Cheap Cheap doesn't get wind of this. He'd tell on me at home. I can't feel anything. I wonder if it worked. Hello, Orc.
What do you want, elf?
How about another round of arm wrestling?
Now, there's someone who likes to be humiliated. I will flatten you.
We'll see about that. This time I'm playing for real.
Of course!
One end of the rope is tied to the net, the other is hanging loose. That looks like a good trap to me. I was holding with ease. I just wonder how long that power elixir works. I was holding with ease.
Yes!
Magic! There's magic at play here!
An elf would never cheat, as well you know.
I want revenge!
Perhaps some other time.
I can't do it.
Oi! What's going on?
Ivor!
What the?
Now!
Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, hey, that was brilliant. Get us out of here.
Hello.
Hi down there. Mizaz's departure was a little abrupt.
Yes, somehow I always have problems with the fine-tuning on my traps.
Main thing is, she's gone.
Ivor and I have to travel to a certain island as quickly as possible. Will you take us there?
What's going on there, then?
Oh, it's an archaeological expedition.
Oh, right.
You owe us that, Nate. We've rescued you from certain death.
Oh, yeah, I'd have worked something out myself. And, my pretty one, to you, I'm Captain Bonnet. I'm not interested in a scientific expedition.
If you don't want to help us, then just stay up there till the bounty hunter comes back. And what do you think the Green Lady's going to do to you when she does get back?
You've got a point there. On the other hand, you still need my airship. And do you know how to steer a flying ship?
If you don't want to help us, then just stay up there till the... And what do you...
You've got...
Fine then. The Archmage himself has sent us on a mission.
The Archmage? I'm not so sure I want to get myself dragged into this.
This is vital to the Alliance.
I'm not on the Alliance's side. Of course, I'm not on the Shadow Army's side either. I'm a neutral. I leave them alone, they leave me alone.
Capturing you and wanting to kill you is something that you call leaving you alone.
Well, put it this way. I'd prefer not to attract quite so much attention from now on. Mizaz is going to come after me again, and it's not really appropriate for me to be going into war waving a banner for the Alliance.
Well, it's about this... thing.
This thing? And you don't want to tell me what this thing is? Are you scared I'll go off looking for it myself? Is it that valuable?
Well, actually...
Yes.
Ah, and where is it exactly?
On an island. We'll show you when we're in the air.
Well, I reckon for 50%.
But you're alone.
There's two of us, just like you two.
You're counting your pet as well.
Well, you have.
Hey!
A third. You fly us there and then stay out of the way once we've arrived.
Okay, fine, we're in. Now, will you get us down at last? Everything okay with you guys?
Yes! This must be the entrance to the temple. How long do you think it'll take to repair the engine?
Oh, it's more complicated than it seemed. You shouldn't wait for me.
Ooh, how exciting! A sunken temple full of danger and adventure, a lost artifact, and we are the valiant treasure hunters hot on the trail.
Listen, Wilbur, you did really well in Seastone, but this is different. Things could get really dangerous here. I prefer if you stayed out of this.
But...
I'll call you if I need you, okay?
But...
He's gonna hate me for that. But I'd rather have an insulted gnome to deal with than a dead one. The bee's nest is definitely inhabited. There are bees buzzing around all over the place and they're fighting the fire fairies for the nectar. 4 little alcoves positioned around the entrance. There are strange symbols under each alcove which I can't read. Under those are words in the old language. Creature of water is how I translate this. The sea swallowed the temple and the artifact of divine fate. If everything goes well, we'll claim it back again today. Those are fire fairies. They're very rare. I haven't seen any for 200 years. Fire fairies consist of pure fire. They have to gather nectar the whole day to maintain their flame. Those are fire fairies. They're very rare. I haven't seen any for 2... Captain Bonnet? Are you quite sure that you're repairing that airship?
Sure. Why wouldn't I be?
It's raining breadcrumbs. Don't tell me that we took that detour yesterday solely to get your bread rolls.
What are you implying?
So it was just incompetence. I thought as much. Did you intend to throw the jar at my head? Hello? Oh. Hello, Cheep Cheep. Maybe you could help me to get at the honey in the bee's nest. Perhaps you could distract them. You can fly so much better than them. Quick, while Cheep Cheep's distracting the bees. There isn't much honey in the glass and it's covered in bits of honeycomb, but there's enough for a sandwich. This could work. The intellectual capacities of fairies are completely overrated. Come on, lovely honey. I've got you. Captain Bonnet can get water up from the sea with a bucket whilst the airship's still in flight. But I don't have a clue what he does with it after that. He certainly doesn't wash with it. Human ropes are so primitive. They get dirty, they rot, and they break. One of the paving stones is broken. You can see the earth under it. The earth is sucking the water up like a sponge. Something's moving in the earth. There are worms. The water's enticed them up. I'll take a few before they disappear again. How did that fish get here? Maybe a seabird left it.
Or it was a flying fish.
Right.
They do exist. Grandad's squadron was called the Flying Hellfish.
I'll just take one bone. You never know when a small, sharp, curved thing might come in handy. A snapped branch, presumably from one of the trees up there. Strange vegetation here. Normally these sorts of plants and trees are more likely to be found in the south. I've tied the fishbone to the end of the string. I've tied the rope to the stick, and at the end of the rope the fishbone acts as a hook. Just missing the bait now. That gives me a fully functional fishing rod. Hey, Wilbur, could you give me a hand?
Of course.
Can you catch a fish for me?
I never fished before. I'm from the mountains.
It's very simple and completely safe. Come here.
And now?
Now you cast the line and wait for a fish to bite.
I should...
Just throw it in. What the...
How do you know if a fish is bitten?
Oh,
One's bit!
that's great.
And now? What next?
You go and stand next to Cheep Cheep again. I'll call you if I need any more help.
Okay.
I'll put the fish into the bucket. At least it'll have a bit of water in there. Hello, Cheep Cheep. There are 4 little alcoves by the entrance, and Creature of the Air is written under one of them. Well, I just wondered if you could perhaps go into the alcove for a bit. Oh, get out of here. It's not a trap. Female intuition. Oh, well, I'll fill the other alcoves first, and then we can talk again, okay? There are 4 little alcoves by the entrance, and Creature of the Air is written under one of them. Well, I just wondered if you could perhaps go into the alcove for a bit. Oh, get... Female... Oh, well, I'll... See you, Cheep Cheep. I think one could call this little beastie a creature of fire. There's no doubt that the fish is a creature of water. I'll place several creatures of the earth into the alcove. Hello, Cheep Cheep. You are the only thing missing. A creature of the air. Now come on, please, just sit in the alcove. There you are. No trap. However, the door isn't opening either. Perhaps one has to... Cheep! Hello? Cheep Cheep! Thank the gods you're okay! It can't have been that bad. Oh, very well, but not the whole lot in one go. See you, Cheep Cheep. You want to come?
Of course!
Okay, but keep behind me and don't touch anything. And what about Mr. Professional Treasure Hunter? Are you coming?
Well, there are still a few things to do on the ship here.
Really? Would you rather wait out here then and warn us if the Shades or that adorable bounty hunter appear?
On the other hand, you'd be completely stuck in that temple without me. And don't touch anything. If you see a precious stone anywhere, call me. It could be a trap.
If you're such an expert, shouldn't you be going ahead?
Not all traps can be seen in time. The expedition leader needs to keep safe.
Wilbur, stay well away from him if you value your life.
What? This temple is ancient. What could happen to you here? Shouldn't something unexpected happen now?
Enough messing around. We've got a job to do. Come on and stick close together.
Yeah, as close as possible, baby. Damn!
Oh, great. Stay calm. I'll think of something. Everything okay down there?
Oh, everything's hunky-dory.
I'm okay! My first sunken temple, and the first thing I do is run into a trap. This is so cool. That's some sort of stone slab. I can't move it.
Was bound to happen, and who goes and lands right at the bottom in the mud? Well, I'm hoping it's mud. It's so dark here, I can't see my hand in front of my face. As long as it's pitch black, I'd rather stay put. For all I know, I could be standing on top of a slim stone column surrounded by piranhas with clubs.
Four stone rings with symbols on them, one above the other. They look like they could be turned. Looks like it goes further into the temple there. I should be very careful. It looks absolutely beautiful. The jelly glowfish are making the water glow with their bioluminescence. This adventurer's had it. Doesn't look like his machete helped him much. Peculiar face it's pulling. The mouth's open wide. Looks like it should be fed with something. There's another face like that over there. Looks exactly the same as this one here. My guess is that a crystal goes in the same place, exactly like the door. This door has no handle, no knob, and no lock. Just this crystal. Wow, that looks very promising. Only nothing else is happening. There's something glittering on the other side up there. I can't see what it is and I can't get close to it. There's something glittering on the balcony. That could be the second crystal. The alcoves have opened again. The worms, the fish and the fairy have disappeared. The glass jar has remained in the alcove. I'll take that with me. The fish has disappeared along with the water, but the bucket still looks okay. These jelly glowfish have presumably never seen a bipedal being. They're very trusting. The jar with the jelly glowfish is in the bucket. I've tied the bucket to the rope. Hey, Wilbur, I'm sending a jelly glowfish down to you.
Thanks! Hey! There's symbols on this door!
What do they look like?
Something that looks like a snail with a long neck, a fish without a head, a sort of branch, and a star.
Well, that's all well and good, but could you throw the light down to me now? I can't see my hand in front of my face down here.
Sorry. Sorry. What do you see?
A passage. No idea where it leads. Out of this hole, I hope.
What sort of symbols were on Wilbur's door? Something looking like a snail with a long neck, a fish without a head, a branch and a star. That should be it.
The door's open, Ivor!
As I thought, things in the temple are controlled with these stone discs. Presumably one of the priest's little games. Open sesame! That kind of stuff.
Looks a little like my Aunt Ethel. The wheel is locked using the metal thingy up there. That prevents people from turning it. Even at this depth there are still roots, and it looks like they keep going down. Maybe I could reach them with Cap and Nate's help. Cap and Nate, could you give me a boost up?
Why should I?
Then I might be able to reach the roots.
And then what?
Well, then I pull myself up.
So what good does that do me?
Well, maybe I'll find a way to get you out of here.
Huh. All right, then.
It worked.
I'll wait and celebrate later, when I'm out.
Captain Nate, could you give me a boost up? Thanks. That's quite a chunk of rock, but I might still be able to move it. It works! Together the stone and I are heavy enough. Away with you!
Let's see. That was it. The hatch is open. The ladder leads up into the dark, and the shaft gets narrower up there. Hi, Ivo!
Wilbur!
I found a hidden ladder. It brought me here.
Brilliant! What's that glittering up there with you?
This, a crystal.
Oh, can you throw it down? I've got an idea what it might be used for.
I have to keep going. Having adventures, avoiding traps, revealing secrets.
I think I've underestimated you, my little friend.
That's a stone tablet. It bears the same symbols as the ones you see everywhere on the walls. Look, Ivo! I found a stone tablet with symbols on it.
Really? Show me. I think that's just what I'm looking for. Thank you.
We make a good team.
Now, don't get overconfident. The stone tablet has rows of symbols like the stone rings inscribed on it. That sounded like something's happened again.
The passage is almost as small as the hatch over there by the ladder. I can't even see where it goes. Aha! So that's where this leads.
Is there another crystal there?
Yes!
Excellent, well done.
Ah, the figure's mouth is opened. There's something like a switch inside. A big wheel just crying out to be turned. But it won't turn. There's a metal catch stopping it.
that's that.
Cold. Wet.
Aha! Exactly the same as over there. Wow, that looks very promising. Only nothing else is happening.
Aha, we can move on at last.
The door only remains open when all three crystals are being touched. That means that only the person standing by the door can go through it.
So who's gonna go?
That is the question.
I'm so small that I can crawl through anywhere, and Caponate is so strong.
And Ivo is so sexy.
Oh, and how's that supposed to help?
No idea. I just thought I'd mention it.
Should I go? I'll find a way of opening the door from the other side.
See you later. Good luck.
Okay, time to move. The sooner I can open a way for the others to get in, the sooner we can retrieve the artifact and leave the island.